So I thought we'd go for a little walk today and check out the skid trails now that the snow's all gone, and show you guys what it kind of looks like after a little bit of select harvest of hardwood here in Ontario. It's really rocky here. Some lowlands, some highlands, it's all over the place. But we stuck pretty high. It was a really mild winter. So the frost, there really was no frost in the ground at all. But there's not really any skidder holes, which is really nice. Just thought I'd show what, for all of you that haven't seen what it looks like after a skidder's gone through on a harvest. Here's some of the after effects. So this was an area that was hit a little bit. There's probably a dozen trees that came out right here. So this is just all the tops, and it's a little messy. A lot of this will break down. A lot of this I'll end up coming by with the my chipper and just cutting it up, sending it through the chipper, the smaller stuff. The bigger stuff, like there's a limb in here that's 6 inches. There's a few of them. And that's all oak. I'll cut that into firewood. There's nothing wrong with that. So we really end up getting a good rough in for the trail system, which for me is really nice. Because whenever I get to tap this bush, now I'll have somewhat easier access once this gets a little bit more cleaned up. As you can see, the skidder just makes a bit of a mess of everything. It just slashes all of these small trees up and just shreds them, which is nice because it'll just break down faster. So we're just coming up on a bit of a clearing here that was really heavy in oak. So we took all of the big ones in this area. Holy, it's hard to walk through all this. It's a lot easier when there was some snow. So we've got a pretty big opening, but the edges, you just see tons of slash. Uprooted tree because there was no frost. But I mean, there's still tons and tons of smaller oaks, like these ones in front of us here. There's a dozen or so right there. Then there's some maples around. But it's not too bad in here. This will probably be raspberries and maples for the next 10 years, but that's all right. So there's a lot of branch wood this size. It's probably 5 inches and less. So a lot of people don't like burning this sort of stuff, but for me, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll cut it up. It'll go right into the maple syrup evaporator, and all it'll be left is just the tiny end branches of this stuff. I'll even burn this balsam. It goes great to make maple syrup. So nothing's a waste here for me. It's just a lot of work cleaning it up. I even have plans for these big stumps. That'll be coming up in a future episode, but we'll have to wait and see. Pretty excited about this one, actually. Now this is a pretty ugly spot. Figure I'll be here for a few days cleaning. There was a lot that came out right here. And it's a mess. But it's opened up enough that these maples will just go crazy now and be really good producers for me in the coming years. This is really ideal for maple syrup production, and I might come through and fit out some more of these balsams, even some more, just to let more light in to the canopy. So here there's 3 little balsams that are knocked over and uprooted. That's just the skidder pulling in to turn around. It's kind of funny, no frost at all. And then this is really the only spot where there's evidence of skidder tracks on the whole property. Just one little soft spot. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, so we're at what I think is, at least for me, going to be the biggest pain in the butt to clean up. This is a low spot behind me here, and to get across it, they drag all the treetops into the low spot and then cut them off there. So let's see what that looks like. A giant mess of shrapnel, anywhere from 6 inches and down. So, oh my God, it's really hard to walk through here. It prevents the skidder making a mess of the floor, the forest floor, which is great, really great. And this stuff will break down, the water can still get underneath it. But if I want to get through here with my machine or something later in the summer when it's more dry, there's no way I can get through here. So we'll end up cutting the bigger stuff out of here, and I don't know what else. May just wait a few years, but I'd love to get up over here, see if I can get across with it. Killing myself. There's a lot of wood up here that I can use anyway. Oh my God, I'm stuck. Holy smokes. Okay, I gotta turn this off. Okay. So, we've got lots of medium-sized balsam here, which is fantastic for maple syrup production. So if I can get across that little low spot, some birch, we'll get in here and cut all this up, put it to good use, making sweet gold. So that is sort of what you can expect after some small scale logging on your place. Short term, it's a mess. Long term, great forest health, and you've got access now. I don't know if you've ever put in trails before yourself, but it's really time consuming. And that skidder just blasts through. I could drive my truck through here right now. Well, I wouldn't want to, but I probably could. So yeah, we'll shoot some video later this spring when it warms up a bit more and the ground gets a little firmer, of cleaning stuff up, running shit through the chipper and just making firewood and all that fun stuff. So if you want to check out the actual videos of some of the equipment running while they were cutting, I'll post them up here, and thanks for watching.